Good morning, basket makers. How you doing? Oh yeah, this is after the storm. Your girl is wore out. I have been in the mall for 9 days straight, and I have literally been in there open to close every single day. That is the only downside is I won't say the downside. The downside is my look. The downside is now my children got good jobs and whereas they used to be able to be on deck. My two daughters at most definitely used to be on deck, and I had like more breathing room where I could still get some little stuff done that hadn't got done or wasn't completed. And, I could trust them to be up at the location, by themselves, especially when we first moving in. Y'all, it was real hectic this time. It's been a long time since um, it has been this hectic. And I think it has a lot to do that I went in much later than I usually do. Usually I am in there, I move in on the 30th or the 31st, and I'm open for business on the 1st of February. And I didn't go in until this year until the 6th. Yeah, no, I went in on the 5th that night, Sunday night, and we opened on the 6th that morning. Now, the 1st through like the 5th is days, and I yes, it's 5 days, but it's days of getting everything in order. You know, everything having a home, so that way all we're doing is replenishing. Said sections. Some things hadn't came in. I was still waiting on some orders from my vendors to come in that were running, behind. So some of that. So it had made me regroup again. Some things I might have had a little too much of, but it's all good. I know for my particular mall that one of the biggest things is I told you they love big gifts, and we sold a lot of big gifts, but they also love big bears. They love them. When I said those life-size bears, they was just walking out the door like they had feet on their own. They sold. I do have quite a bit of big baskets left. More, and I noticed for the last 2 years, I had a little more of my big baskets left than I usually do. So, but I did make an additional 10 to my 10. I switched out. So I know where my house shoes should have been, and I inserted something else. The house shoes should have been there. My Victoria's Secret house shoes sell every year, every last one of them. I told you I didn't have any Bath and Body Work ones, but I have found some slippers that I had in my stockpile that I was going to do a concept with to, balance, to have my slipper, for Bath and Body Works Victoria's Secret. But I ended up never having time to do that. When I said by the time I got home, I was dog tired. I was dog tired. So I ran with what I had. It was a couple of other things that I did. The baking concept with the little heart never got up there because I never did. I never did get to find the other pieces that I needed. And I'm okay with that because those I know I will hit a couple of Dollar Trees now. And now that I have time to get out and source again, that I just have them ready to go for next Valentine. Not the product. Food comes out. That'll go in my cabinet. I got grandkids. They come over pretty much every weekend. They'll be eating it, making them cookies, and they'll eat that right on up. But as far as all the other stuff, now it's in my it's a theme in my idea, in my brain bank, and I'll be able to just knock that right on out, and that'll be the first to go. But I am going to, this is just a little quick chit chat. I hope everybody had a wonderful Valentine's Day. I pray that your sales was what you wanted them to be. I always say this to myself when I also get a little discouraged when I did not hit my particular number. I say, I could have had nothing. So to have something, I'm grateful. So thank you, Jesus, because I could have had nothing. I could have had people just walking by and kept moving, but I didn't. I made something, and I'm so thankful for Him for that. Okay? So remember that, y'all. It's not always, yes, we have a number, because I had a big number, you know. But when I look at my analytics, I am still to the positive of what I did last year. So don't be discouraged. I was shooting for the stars, y'all. I was. Don't get me wrong, I was. And so knowing that, I just know what I got to do for the next holiday. Don't be discouraged from what you made if you feel like you didn't hit your goal or you didn't sell everything. And that is another reason why I touch on the topic of not making everything themed to the holiday. So your baskets can easily transition from one holiday to the next holiday. I promise you, everything that got a piece of box of chocolate in it, baby, I'm gonna pull that chocolate out, and I'm going those, and some that has bear. I sell bears at that Mother's Day, so a lot of the gifts that have bears in it, like those purses, that's weird. When I tell you that was weird, I sell purses. I sold all my Coach concepts, y'all. I never did it the other way. I ended up doing it a quick drop in the box way, and we sold every last one of those Coach purses or wallets with the bear. I dropped it in one of my containers because I didn't have no more time. I was the only cashier. Usually my daughter is able to be there, and I'm letting her run cash, and I'm on the floor, or I'm running cash, and she can still be the backup. My husband is there, my mother-in-law is there. We had a new helper this year, Tia. She came in and she's helped. My auntie, she didn't get to make it because she, dealing with some health issues. Both my sons showed up and showed out. Now, I have been on this journey in the mall. I have been in the mall at least 15, maybe 20 years now. And I learn something new every year. This year for me, what I learned here, and I'm gonna record this now so I can remember for myself, is I'm gonna still do my large gifts because that's what brings them to the cart as well. But I'm gonna push more of my oversized bears and stuff like that, because baby, when I say every year, it's like Satan be trying to step in and cause confusion. But we got them in just in time. We sold every last one of them. So I'm not mad. See, sometimes, hey, patience is key. But I do know I can scale back a little on some of my concepts on my top 10. And mind you, y'all, that's all I did, do my top 10. I never, though, got to do enough of my, what I call my $32.99 to $59.99 gifts. I didn't get that middle, and that's usually my Bath and Body Works mid-grade gifts, and I never got enough of those made. That was one. We sold all of, I think we sold all of the night shirts. That was new to the cart. It took the place of sweaters. But we did not sell a lot of sweaters. So I have to rethink that. That may be on the shelf just for, and because it's cold now, I thought that would go better. But that may have to be just my winter Christmas top 10 and not necessarily in my um, maybe not in my Valentine top 10. But when I'm thinking about it is part of the problem is I didn't do my Victoria's Secret robes. I mean my Victoria's Secret scarves. And I know that makes a difference because they see when they see that. You see what I'm saying? Like we say, oh, we got Victoria's Secret, beanie hats and what's, I did that in a custom gift. I had four. I just didn't do them because I still had four of the Bath and Body Works ones. And I wanted to make sure that they go ahead and get sold. So it's like, just sitting and thinking and writing down. Please write yourself a message in your notes when you record your sales and stuff like that. That what worked, what didn't work, and that helps you to navigate for the next holiday. But most definitely, it helps you to navigate what you should and shouldn't do for the next season that you was actually in. So that would be Valentine next year. That's how I do. Um, just like I told you, I was a Dollar Tree store manager before that. Then I was before that I was a Wendy's store manager. So in every last one of those businesses, we noted the date, the weather conditions, because rain matters. Yes, it do. Snow matters. All of those things factor in your sales, and so that helps you to dictate how much you should be doing. Yes, you should be paying attention to the weather, especially if you're going to be on the streets. You should know if it's gonna rain, sleet, or snow. But yes, I just wanted to stop in, talk with y'all, do a little recap, to talk about these Valentine sales. Good morning. And to know that we just got to now get ready for the next one. Everybody I know is dog tired. Take this day to do some self-care. If you're already at home, we're still in the mall. So we will go back in today and we will start basically breaking down. Usually we do it the night of the holiday, but baby, we were all tired. And we had our grandkids up there, so everybody's car was full. So we're going to go back in this morning and we're going to start slow breaking down. So by 4 o'clock, we'll have everything broke down and out of the mall. And I will be home and I will be taking a much needed rest because your girl tired. And then I'm going to get up and clean up this dining room from hell. Because this stuff is everywhere, okay? Literally. So the first part of the cleaning up is I make sure that all the themes that I don't have to start using for Mother's Day is out of here. So all the mean gifts that is left over, they will be inventoried, and then we will go ahead and put them down in the basement. And all the men's stuff that I didn't use, I have an actual cabinetry down there that holds all my men's, women, kind of stuff like that. Any plush that we did not sell that is kids will go down to the basement. So all of that kind of stuff, you edit it out. So then that way I know what to start working on for Mother's Day and start any chocolate that has to be removed from the jumbo gifts. I start knocking them out first. So then that way those are already done. I know I'm to the good at least out of 120 gifts. I'm about 30 still. All the robes sold on both, all the robes. So the ones that I had the most of was the brown sun. I think it's sunshine mimosa. I have those, and the purses for the Bath and Body Works didn't sell, but we still had at least, I think, two or three from the Victoria's Secret as well, the oversized totes. They was buying them, and then they was going to Kay's Jewelers and different stuff like that that's right around me. And then they wanted me to open the bag and stick it in the purse, so that way when she pulled the purse out, she had more stuff inside the purse. So I thought that was just too cute. But yeah, so, usually it's all gone, but I have noticed in the last year or so, maybe I'm doing a couple of different things. See, some things like ciders and stuff, I'm good for maybe 12, but after that, it's too many. And that's why I say each store can be different, and you have to just learn, what works best for you in your area, around in your area, because it does make a difference. My friend at the other mall location, she said 36 to 54 cider concepts all the time. I can barely get them. They said, "Nah, I want me some alcohol in mine." So, to each his own, but just learning what's going on in your demographic area is most important. I had so much fun, y'all. We laughed up there, we talked, we socialized, we learned all the things that you should be doing when you're out in wherever you at. On the streets, same thing. I'm so thankful for my family, because I couldn't do this without them. I promise you I couldn't. And I am so thankful to them. So thank those that helped you, and let's get ready for the next one. Now, Easter, I know, is on the agenda for a lot of people next. I'm toying with that idea, but I promise you, Easter just is not a great one for my particular mall. I have tried it several different times. The sales just is not there. It's just like Father's Day at that mall. I do Father's Day in the mall, but I promise you, those sales them are street sales. And it's not even street sales, because I made more money on the street. So is revamping and renewing and learning something different. Like I was saying, I'm just gonna throw that out there. Yummy Tea Treats. She is the one who put me on with Ethica, the different what's name. I do Adidas, I do some Nike, and I do it's one more. I did Adidas, Nike. Oh, and I do themes too. Uh, but this is the one thing I do know to be true. When she talked about those themes, as far as Ethica, I call them themes, brands. That's the right word for it, brand. It makes sense, because we miss a large group of people when we don't have that in the mix. And I'm noticing that in my men's department. I never had a big men's sale through, and that may be why. So I'm going to invest in a little more brands for my men, so I can make them ready to go. And then that way, hold on, and that way I can see if that helps me a big difference. So shout out to her. I thank you a lot. LBE baskets, baby, I will be watching you with these, getting ready for these Easter baskets. Maybe that will inspire me and push me and promote me to do what I need to do. And shout out to Birth and Bosses with Felicia, because baby, yeah, she the GOAT, okay? So thank you, ladies. I appreciate you all. You are always an inspiration to me. You have been the inspiration for me to do what I needed to do to get on this YouTube social media channel. Every year I say, oh, I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it. And I know it was a blackout for a minute there, but my hands was on the register, y'all. I couldn't record. I ain't even have time to record. we were, from the moment we stepped in the door to the time we closed, we were busy. So thanks everybody. I appreciate you. And I will take you to the mall today and do another little chit chat and show you what I have left over. And I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.